It's time for Coach's Corner on Dakota's Best AM 1390 KJAM and AmazingMadison.com.
Jaws looking to throw to his right. Deep ball down the sideline. He's got Opdahl by himself. Off his head. He catches it again. It's a 3-touchdown night for Austin Opdahl. They go quick handoff to Freeman, riding right off right tackle, breaks a couple of tackles, ankle tackle, he's out in open space, he's at the 40, the 50, at the other side of the 40, running into the Case IH red zone, he's got no man to beat, touchdown for Tri-Valley.
Dropping back, looking to pass, grand line of it. He's got lots of time as he rolls out to his right. Now fires a pass, tipped in, intercepted by Noah Guzzi for the Bulldogs. Noah Guzzi picks it off, it was tipped.
Still in the backfield, rolling towards his right is Hansen, looking to pass, he'll throw a dump route over to Heim, complete, it'll be a flag thrown on the play, he will cut outside, it'll be a first down, he's running towards the end zone, it'll be touchdown. He tries to make a couple of men miss, inside, still inside his own 10, ball is fumbled at the goal line, picked up by Dakota State, touchdown Trojans.
Riley, he stands to the right side of Giles. Giles going to keep it himself. Riley is the lead blocker. Giles dives forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Bulldogs.
Live from Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge in Madison, here are your hosts, Paul and JJ.
And welcome back to the return of Coach's Corner this evening. We are live from Sportsman's Steakhouse and Grill. We have a jam-packed return for you this evening, as again we are live from Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge. It's by my side this evening. We have JJ, my co-host. And JJ, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better.
I'm
very excited as well. I'm not going to lie. You probably could tell this since basically 9 o'clock this morning. I was nervous.
You've been nervous since last Friday when we found out we were sure doing this thing.
All right, you hit the nail on the head on that one. I can't lie. I can't lie. This is new for me. I mean, this is partly new for you. I mean, you've been...
I know about it, but I've never actually done it. It's the first time for me, too.
Well, since we're both new to this, I mean, we have, a jam-packed schedule ahead of us for this evening. We have DSU volleyball coach Amy Veenhoff coming on here in just a little bit. We also have Madison Bulldogs tennis coach Brad Graham, both of them actually sitting here right now. They wanted to get the full experience with us as well before we get too far deep into this show. Also, DSU football, the nationally ranked Trojans coming in this evening as well. We have head coach Josh Anderson, Cole Potter as well, along with Preston Nordling on the schedule as well for this evening. But before we get too far deep, and also at the end of towards the end of the show, we'll have our NFL Week 3 picks between myself, JJ, and also one of the bartenders, Mike, from Sportsman's. We will be doing our Week 3 picks, and we're definitely off and rolling right here, just a little bit after 6 o'clock. JJ, why don't we take a look at not only the schedule coming up for some area athletics going on, but also some of the specials that Sportsman's has going on.
All right, let's start with the food.
Let's start with the food. We both had a cheeseburger and fries before this show got on.
It was so good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was my first time here at Sportsman's.
Paul has been wanting the cheeseburger since, last Friday?
Yeah.
And I've been told you to hold off.
Yes.
Get one at Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge. Mm-hmm. You're not going to regret it. How was it?
Life-changing.
It was, wasn't it?
It was that good.
It was so good.
I can't lie. It was good. It was definitely worth the wait in every sense of the word. Top-notch burgers here at Sportsman's.
All right, so to wash down that cheeseburger, we got some deck specials tonight. Bucket of 5 aluminum bottles, 5 for $10. Also, you can get all-you-can-eat shrimp tonight for $11.95, and an 8-ounce filet mignon for $23.95. And let's look ahead to Friday, which is homecoming for the Madison Bulldog football team. Got the game on. So Friday night, got an 8-ounce sirloin for $12.95, and then also Saturday, the DSU Trojan homecoming.
Very busy day for myself. You're going to be gone.
I am.
A very busy day for myself.
But Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge will actually be open on Saturday after the parade, so you can get food after the parade.
There you
before
go.
you head over to the game for ESU.
Definitely a lot of good specials down here at Sportsman's. As we kind of make our way into the show here, we'll take a look at the schedule. A couple events going on tonight for a Wednesday and also heading into the rest of the week as well. JJ, what do we have?
Well, cross country tonight, Del Rapids Invite, Del Rapids and the Cook Central Montrose. We also got the Corn Belt Conference, Freeman and Howard.
And also Del Rapids Public at the Del Rapids Invite, along with St. Mary's as well as part of that Del Rapids Invite. Especially on Thursday, got a lot of volleyball action coming up for high school. We got Tri-Valley taking on Madison, that game at home. You can also listen to that game right here on Dakota's Best AM 1390. Parkston is at McCook Central Montrose. Coleman Egan is taking on Del Rapids St. Mary's. Lake Preston is at ORR, and Chester is taking on Garrett. And also some college volleyball action as well, with the DSU Trojans back at home after a road series against Dakota Wesleyan back on Tuesday. Of course, we'll talk with Coach Bienhoff about that performance last night, and also they will be taking on Grace University Thursday night as well. Cross country on Thursday as well, the Russ Strand Invite over in Brookings. Madison will be taking part of that, and tennis as well. The JV doubles tournament starts tomorrow over at the high school tennis courts, with Madison's JV team competing Thursday over at the high school tennis courts. Of course, that was a look at the schedules along with the specials going on here at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will talk with DSU head volleyball coach Amy Wienhoff on the Coach's Corner show right here on Dakota's Best AM 1390.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call GSN Insurance in Madison today, 556-0242.
Have you ever lost sleep over your real estate property investment? Ever wondered if you owed more money at closing time? Hi, I'm Kelly with Weber Abstract. As a consumer, you have a choice where you close your mortgage, and we have appreciated that choice for the last 60 years. If you are buying a home or refinancing, think of Weber Abstract, serving all of Lake County. Weber Abstract in Madison, 256-4640, or visit us at weberabstract.com. Why go anywhere else?
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As-Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Back at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge this evening, it is Coach's Corner, as me, myself, and JJ are now joined in the Coach's Corner with head coach for the Dakota State University Trojan volleyball team, Amy Wienhoff. Coach, thank you for coming on the return of Coach's Corner.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. We talked to you earlier last week, I believe it was, just getting to know your team a little bit. Last night, you guys were over in Mitchell, taking on Dakota Wesleyan University. Bit of a thriller at the in the match itself. You unfortunately fell 3-2 last night, but it was a battle. I was looking at the stats and the recap from last night. From what you saw last night from your team, what are a few things that you noticed from your team?
We started out really slow, which is kind of unlike us. Usually we're pretty quick to get going, so we were kind of slow to start. The first set was kind of a disaster. And then we kind of gradually got better. We made some changes with our offense, what we were doing. Went from running a 6-2 to a 5-1 just to kind of have a little bit more consistency out on the court and see if that would help get our offense going, which it did. But then, coming back, being down 2 sets, yay, we won the third and fourth, but it was just really too tough to keep the momentum going into the fifth, I guess. So.
Yeah, going into that fifth set, falling by the score of 15-5, I believe that was.
Yeah, way to bring that up.
I'm sorry. I didn't have to do it, but for some reason
he does it all the time.
I'm
points out all my faults all the time.
I'm a negative Nancy. I can't get past it as well. You talked about consistency as long in the hitting and the passing department as well. We talked about that last week as too. How do you improve on things like that with the consistency in hitting and passing?
Yeah, we need to practice more serve and pass. You can't practice serve and pass enough. So just continuing to play together and practice, and offensively too. We have one new setter this year, and so that makes a big difference when
Absolutely.
We're talking offense, because our setters kind of run the show offensively. So I guess, getting more opportunities to play together, and just the longer we practice, obviously the better we're going to get. It'll click. It's just not clicking the way it needs to right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get that clicking when you're in the middle of the season right now, especially getting into conference play as well. You had mentioned some of those new players that you have, but also mixing with some of those returners as well. Just to name off a few players, you got Clarissa Blick, Kirsten Johnson, Kaylee Vanderwall, along with Carly Roselle and Tessa Wheeldryer. With that mix of players, especially Clarissa as of late, who's really kind of turned things on. She's definitely been in the stat sheet consistently from what I've seen from afar. What have you seen from some of these older players kind of getting into the thick of the season, especially jumping into conference play, and especially some of those younger players as well?
Sure. It's nice with the older players. They've got so much experience, so you don't have to worry so much about, how they're going to handle things or handle adversity and that kind of thing. So it's kind of nice, like their experience, they're veterans. It's just, like I said, it's a matter of them coming together and deciding, okay, like we need to get it going here, and making that decision and that commitment to do that, and then just playing up to their potential and their ability. And it'll happen. It's frustrating. We're a way better team than our record. So it's like, hang in there. It'll come. Just trying to stay positive about it too. So, yeah. But yeah, with Izzy being a junior, she transferred from Ashford, who actually closed their campus and went all online. So that's how we kind of lucked out getting her. And they had a tremendous season last year at Ashford and made it into the opening round of the national tournament and did really, really well. And she was one of their sixth rotation players. So again, just having that experience and coming from a winning program really helps, and is gonna, she'll be in the stats consistently throughout the season, because she's one of those players that can really make a difference and be a big contributor. So,
Coach, as of course we're on Coach's Corner right here on Dakota's Best AM 1390 with DSU head volleyball coach Amy Veenhoff. Coach, taking on Grace University tomorrow night over at the Trojan Fieldhouse, as
it's actually on Friday night.
It's on Friday night,
yeah.
me. Oh, that's probably on the schedule too.
Which stinks, with it being homecoming. Yes, but yeah, it just
See, this is what happens when I assume things happen normally. It just does not go well for me. But Friday night, 7 p.m. at the Trojan Fieldhouse. Grace University 5-8 overall record, but they've been in a lot of 4- and 5-set matches. Especially as of late, the last 4 or 5 matches, they've been in those 4 or 5 sets as well. Going up against Grace University, what are some things that you're looking at from them to kind of help your team steer into the win column?
Yeah, with Grace, they're a scary team to play. Just because you can't give teams like that any kind of confidence, or else, if you give a team momentum and confidence, they're going to go with it. And they're one of those teams that just takes a little bit and they're off. So I think it's just really important that we come out strong on Friday night and kind of set the tone right away from that first point, and attack and stay aggressive. They're going to attack back. We need to do a good job defending their outside hitters, because their outside hitters are pretty strong. But it's just taking care of our side and being aggressive, serve and passing and system is the biggest thing. But like offensively, our hitters, we need to attack, and we need to be aggressive, and we need to, it all is going to come down to our attacking, and
Absolutely.
Offensively, whether or not we're where we need to be, because defense is fine. You know, our serve and pass is pretty good. It's getting those hitters to finish and get that kill and find spots and mix it up and speed it up as much as we can when we can too. So we just need to come out strong, and we should be okay.
Coach, thanks again for coming on. The return of Coach's Corner. This, DSU head volleyball coach for, of course, DSU, like I just said, Amy Veenhoff. Coach, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Hopefully we can make this a regular thing. Hopefully your team definitely gets back in the win column starting on Friday night against Grace University. 7 p.m. first serve at the Trojan Fieldhouse. We'll take another break. When we come back, we will speak with Madison tennis coach Rob Graham. This is Coach's Corner right here at the Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge in Madison on Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
How fun would it be if you could magically turn a $20 bill into a $50 bill? Well, listen up, because your credit union is about to show you how. In the month of September, withdraw cash from any Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Advantage ATM, and a random number of users will receive a $50 bill instead of a $20. Thousands of dollars will be given away, and you too might magically be a winner. Check out DakotaLandFCU.com to find a convenient Dakota Land ATM location near you.
Come on into the sunshine.
Sunshine has everything you need to host game night. From burgers to brats and great deli items like potato salad, coleslaw, and chicken, as well as take and bake pizza, Sunshine Foods has you covered. Need to stock up on beverages? Check out the wine and spirits department at Sunshine Foods. Sunshine Foods in Madison, your one-stop shop for game night.
Neighborhood fresh, neighborhood feel, Sunshine Foods.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Take special care of your animals with Twin Lakes Animal Clinic in Madison and the Howard Animal Clinic with Doctors Tom, Dave, Brooke, and Jennifer. They're on hand with helpful hints on animal care. For your vacation, rely on Twin Lakes for boarding facilities. Call for details. From house pets to complete livestock herds, Twin Lakes of Madison and the Howard Animal Clinic are stocked with both small and large animal supplies. Call Twin Lakes Animal Clinic for helpful hints on your animal care.
Mustang Seeds, your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operation succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds, 605-256-6529, or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on our seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds.
Back at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge, this is Coach's Corner this evening, as, of course, there's plenty of specials going on down here at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge. You get all-you-can-eat shrimp for $11.95 and 8-ounce filet mignon for $23.95. They also have deck specials this evening. You get a bucket of 5 aluminum bottles, 5 for $10, and some Friday specials coming up as well. Get an 8-ounce sirloin with can't even read that handwriting, unfortunately. I just kind of
fish.
It's fish. It's fish for $12.95. Boy, promos are not my strong suit right now. On Saturday, Sportsman's will be open after the parade, so you can definitely get some food and some drinks before you head on over to Trojan Field for the DSU homecoming football game. As we are now joined in Coach's Corner with Madison tennis coach Rob Graham. Coach, thanks for coming on Coach's Corner.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. First I got to apologize again. I called you Brad in the beginning. I had it written down on my notes as Rob. For some reason on my rundown sheet, I had it as Brad.
No, you're all good.
All
no
right,
problem.
Just wanted to clear that up again. Yesterday, you guys, your team, hosted Mitchell and definitely had a strong showing from your team yesterday. Just talk about how your team did against Mitchell. You came out with a 9-0 team score. But individually, looking at some of your players, how would you rate their performance from yesterday?
Well, obviously everybody won, so that was really strong. Mitchell's got a great team, so if you can beat them 9-0, you got to be pretty happy with yourself. A lot of the matches were a lot closer than the score showed. I mean, the girls had to really got a couple of them out with tie breaks, and we came out on top. We worked on our form, and that's what we try to focus on. Just having good form, and don't concentrate on the win so much as try to have good form, maintain your composure, work through the match.
Coach, sorry to cut you off there. Coach, your season's winding down here. You got the JV doubles tournament starting tomorrow, correct, over at the high school tennis courts on Thursday?
We only had Mitchell was the only team that said they could make it this year, and
okay.
We just played them. Well, we actually canceled that, but we're going to get the JV in at our next two matches. The next two away matches they're going to get to play, so we'll still get some more playing time for those girls. Okay, gotcha.
So over on the varsity side, you also have two regular season matches set before you head into postseason play. You got Watertown coming up, along with Sioux Falls, Washington. Other than St. Thomas More, and I forget the other school off the top of my head. What was that? Lincoln. That's it. Sioux Falls, Lincoln. Those two teams gave you the most trouble this season. You're sitting at a 15-2 regular season record, and you got two more matches before you head into postseason play. How do you feel about your team's performance, especially going into postseason play with the regular season winding down?
Well, obviously we're playing really well. I mean,
the
girls are winning a lot of matches. We're pulling out some close ones, but you still have to maintain your form. You still have to play well. So kind of it just comes down to your performance. If you can, like I say, maintain your composure, maintain your form, focus on every point, focus on the swings. We can play well, but you got to do those things.
Yeah, Coach, looking at some of your players individually, you get strong showings from Ella and Cece Graham, Morgan Ray, along with Lacey Fedler as well, but also a new player that's come out from your team, Eleanor Valente, I believe. Is that how you pronounce her name? I believe that is. Valant. Make that correction. Eleanor Valant, she is an exchange student, correct?
Yep, came over from France.
So what has been the adjustment and transition like for her from going from her style of play over in France to, basically competing with American high schoolers?
Well, Eleanor's got some great ground strokes. I mean, she really gets after the ball, so it's fun to watch. She's done really well over here competing against the girls. So it's it's been fun to watch. It's been a fun addition to the team, and she's just a really nice girl, really pleasant to be around. And we're glad to have her. Good sport on everything. And, obviously has played tennis before, and so it's a great addition. We all love her. She's very nice.
Yeah, Coach, looking at I personally don't have a lot of experience with tennis and how the different flights and the different pairings work up. How does it come down to setting the different pairings for doubles, along with which player will go in each flight? How does that decision come about for you?
Well, for singles, you pretty much kept challenge matches, so whoever wins the match, they get to play at that flight. For doubles, the coach picks who the partners are. You talk to the players and find out who they'd like to play with. But sometimes your best friend isn't your best doubles partner because you might have similar styles. Sometimes you want some contrasting styles, but you've got somebody that's good at the net and good in the backcourt, or vice versa. I just tried to set them up with the complementary styles so that they could have their best chance of putting some wins together. But like I say, it's more about form and doing all the things correctly in the match to get that win.
So yeah, definitely consistency a thing, especially in tennis that can just make or break a match or a set, what have you. And one thing that's always been a question of mine, weather conditions. Your guys' tennis courts are outside, especially recently it's been fairly breezy outside. What do you do in practice? When you're out on the tennis court to kind of make sure that your players are still performing at the same level, whether conditions be good or bad?
We work on a lot of different drills for weather. And put different spins on the ball and different types of hits if it's really windy, depending on whether the wind's at your back or you're facing into the wind. We work in those different things in practice to try to work on those, and then in matches we focus on those strategies, try to use it to our advantage. And the other team's trying to use it to their advantage. So it's it's definitely a give and take.
Absolutely. Especially the last couple of times I've been around, I usually go for a walk after work around, and I usually stroll my way past the tennis courts. And in the last few times I've been out, it's rained like the day before or what have you. You guys usually practice inside, like if it rains the day before, like a meet, a duel, or does it just really depend on?
It really depends. Tennis court's a pretty hard surface. It's cement with the texture on top. But,
okay.
The day before a match, we don't typically do a lot because, we warm up and we make sure we have a good stretch and go over things. But, we don't play real hard the day before just because it's such a hard surface. And the next day, they're going to be giving it all. So, day before, day after, we can do a lot. But the rain definitely hampers you. We will go inside and talk about things that, maybe get some softballs in the gym or something, foam balls or something in the gym,
right,
just to stay active. But definitely not a full practice.
And again, sorry.
Other rain days, if we don't have a match coming up, then it's a little tougher. We haven't had to go to Sioux Falls. We could have that possibility. There are some indoor courts there. Otherwise, you just have to go inside, look at, we can watch videos, we can watch shows. There's a lot of things online. We can watch on strategy and talk about where to hit the ball and, different situations, things like that.
Coach, again, we are joined on Coach's Corner from Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge with head coach for the Madison tennis team. Yes, we have someone excited. He's very excited, our lone heckler here in Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge. Again, lots of specials tonight, especially with the all-you-can-eat shrimp for $11.95 and 8-ounce filet mignon for a $23.95 price. As this guy's a Miami Dolphins fan as well. You can get some deck specials as well. A bucket of 5 aluminum bottles, 5 for $10 as well on this Wednesday night. Again, Coach's Corner from Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge. We're joined with Madison tennis coach Rob Graham. And, Coach, just finally, you're heading into postseason play here very soon. What is the biggest challenge for your team as you head into postseason, state and also regionals?
Well, the big thing we've got 2 matches coming up, and of course, they're against bigger schools, and they're going to be quality schools, so we got to play well there. And then, going into the tournament, it's like I say, it's mainly focusing on our form and make sure we've got good form right now, but you got to maintain that all the way through the season, and focus on those things. And we could do pretty well, but like I say, it's more about the form and making sure that we have good form in the tournament and all our matches.
Coach, thanks again for coming on. Best of luck to you the rest of the way this regular season and also into postseason play.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, absolutely. We are joined with Madison head tennis coach Rob Graham on Coach's Corner from Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge. We'll take another break. We come back. Man just rolled right in himself. Head coach for your Dakota State Trojan football team. This is Coach's Corner right here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
Sometimes spending a little can save you a lot. Taking time to implement some energy-saving features in your home will not only save you money, but help protect our environment. Make the switch to compact fluorescent light bulbs. They use 75% less electricity and last up to 10 times longer than incandescent bulbs. And plug air leaks around windows and doors with weather stripping or caulk. Install a programmable thermostat to automatically adjust your home's temperature for energy savings day and night. Properly insulating your attic will save money year-round by preventing air leaks. These energy-saving tips brought to you by Heartland Consumers Power District, the power of forward thinking.
Advanced Contracting Solutions LLC in Madison offers full concrete, roofing, insulation, and spray foam insulation for residential and light commercial projects. They make it their goal to not only use the highest quality products for their projects, but also to provide their clients with quality work that will last for years to come at an affordable price. For an estimate, contact Jeremiah today at 605-270-1299 or stop out at their location on Highway 34 in Madison. Start your next project today with Advanced Contracting Solutions LLC of Madison. Visit them online at acsroofingandfoam.com.
At East River Federal Credit Union, we offer slam dunk rates so you can get the car, truck, or recreation vehicle of your dreams without breaking your budget. Talk with one of our loan officers about financing or refinancing with our all-star rates. Visit eastriverfcu.com or call 256-8145 and ask us how we can save you money today. East River Federal Credit Union proudly supports the Madison Bulldogs and is member NCUA insured and equal opportunity lender.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Back at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge this evening. This is Coach's Corner as me and JJ are at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge. Still got to work that introduction back in. It's still the first return of
Lock
I
it up.
gotta lock it up.
Come on, man.
I'm struggling right now, but we are now joined at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge alongside head coach for your nationally ranked Dakota State Trojan football team, Josh Anderson. Yes, he's very excited still. Coach, thanks for coming back.
Well, absolutely. That's an introduction I never thought I'd get. I like that.
Yeah, nationally ranked. You guys finally cracked the national poll, sitting at number 24. Especially a couple of wins over a couple of nationally ranked teams helps as well. And then a win last week over Waldorf University, 36-14. It was a very interesting game. You got off to an interesting start. You mentioned it in the post-game show. First drive this season, or the first game this season, that you didn't score on the very first drive of the game, but it was a much more managed game, I would say itself. Would you agree with that?
I would. That's more of what you typically see in a football game. Obviously, we've got off to some huge starts offensively where we're just kind of scoring at will, and those big plays that we usually make are those fades, and they just weren't there because the corners that we faced that week were literally the best corners we've seen all year.
Definitely.
And may or may not be the same case for the rest of the season, too. I mean, Waldorf corners were extremely legit. So, that's just one of those things where we were getting some big plays earlier games, hitting those big, deep routes downfield, and just weren't getting them. We caught a couple over the middle with Austin, but, that's what you got to do. If you're going to live and die by that, you're in trouble. So it's nice to have a run game, too, because in the past, we've either just been one-sided, either just all run or all pass. Nice to be 50-50 with what we can do.
Absolutely. A much more managed game, and having that running attack, especially with Robert Johnson taking home the Offensive Player of the Week for the North Star Athletic Association. And, you definitely took what the defense could give you. A lot of underneath routes, and especially, like you had said, early in the season, going with those deep fade routes. And it definitely came back to bite you in one sense where Jacob Giles threw his first interception of the season, going up against a corner that had like 4 interceptions going into that game to start the year in Duba Mawuzi for Waldorf University. And, Jacob especially was 21 of 36 for 242 yards with 2 touchdowns, and also his first interception of the season. Again, a much more managed game, you talked about in that post-game show. There was a little bit of animosity, between you two on which plays to start off, but after a while, you guys kind of start getting on the same page and started going with what the defense could give you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Jake, he had all those passing yards, and like you said, 21 of 32 or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Two passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, and he had an interception. And quite honestly, those are excellent numbers.
Absolutely.
But the other issue is Jake's just been doing so dang good that it's like. And
got to come down somewhat.
Yeah, a lot of my friends too are like, "Geez, what happened in that game?" I'm like, "Dude, we won 36-14. What do you mean what happened?" Like, yeah, I know. Sorry, we didn't score every single possession that you guys are used to, but So yeah, I mean that was one of the things where against St. Ambrose, it was a high-scoring game, and of course that's fun for the crowd, especially if you win. But
right,
you get to see a lot of action. So. Mm-hmm. Well, it's okay if we're not going to give up that many points defensively, because the thing was our defense really just had a great game and kept the offense in the game. So, yeah, the first half, the defense scored before we did. We were up 2-0. So
this is true. A very exciting way to start the game.
They were outscoring us offensively, so that's okay. But, the thing is, you're right. We got to take what the defense gives us, and it did take us the first half to realize that they were committed to shutting down deep fades. And so after that, Jake settled into it and realized what we had and just started hitting his checkdowns and hitting the routes that were open and just did a really good job with that. Robert had only like 56 yards of rushing in the first half and then had 145 in the second half. So we obviously talked, Jake and I, and just said, listen, we need to be committed to running the ball. Let's get Robert the ball and see what he can do, and obviously took us home.
Absolutely. Coach, heading into this Saturday, you're taking on Jamestown University, a 4 p.m. kickoff. It's homecoming and also the North Star Conference opener. With homecoming, you said, it's more fun for the fans and the alumni as well. But when it comes to football team, it's just another game on the schedule. Looking at Jamestown, what can you expect from Jamestown, especially heading into Saturday?
Well, to go along with what you said too, it is homecoming and it's fun for the alumni and stuff, and it is just another game. But for us, it's a big game because it's our first conference game.
Of course,
it just also happens to be homecoming, so that's fun for people outside of our program. But for us, we're super excited to get started in the conference, and we're excited about that, not necessarily the homecoming activity. So it'll be fun though. The parade's always awesome. That starts at 10, and it's like a 2-hour-long parade, and you know, people get into that, and it is a really great parade. So this town does a great job with that. And then you go right up into the tailgating aspect of it, and then of course the game, and so lots of things for the people that are coming to watch to do. But as far as Jamestown, you know what? They're just a tough team. You know, they play hard, they work hard, they work together. They don't really have anybody that sticks out that's just you know, super flashy and then like one of the just top-notch players. They all just play really well together. I will say that, and they play tough. So they play to the whistle. So, and we know that as a team, offensively and defensively, we've got to be where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there and doing the best job we can when we get there too. So they can move the ball offensively. They do a great job of tackling. So we've got to be on our game. And of course, it's conference for them too. First conference game for them and us, and so tensions will be high. I know that for a fact. You know, it's just an important game, and it's important to get off to a good start on the conference. So I know that with the familiarity, too, of conference teams, it's never as easy as it is with sometimes in the out-of-conference situations.
Coach, thanks again for coming on. The return of Coach's Corner, of course, I'll be talking to you later this week for our pregame show, the Farmers Ag Center pregame show. 4 p.m. kickoff at Trojan Field, homecoming. DSU taking on Jamestown this Saturday. Coach, thanks again for coming on.
You bet. I love that we're doing this again. So thanks to you, thanks to Sportsman and KJAM. This is a great deal.
Absolutely. We'll just wait a second here, wait for one of the other players to show up. Who wants to go first? Looks like it'll be Preston Nordling stepping up to the plate. You know, Preston, I almost didn't recognize you when you came in because the last few times I've seen you, you've had your glasses and you've had a full beard as well.
Yeah, and I got a haircut.
And you got a haircut, too, so you're definitely clean-shaven, unlike myself. The only reason why I'm actually keeping this beard, I just want all you guys to know. Exactly.
Yeah.
Until you guys, you know, lose again, you know, knock on wood. This is staying the way it is. Don't want to mess with the streak. So, Preston, you know, last week, unfortunately, you were out for that game. You know, I got to say, I definitely miss seeing the human crash test dummy out on the field. You know, you're recovering from, you know, a little bit of an illness also. You know, just looking at your team's offense, the way this started this season, you know, especially some of you guys that have been playing together 2-3 years. You and Jacob especially have been playing together for God knows how long you guys have been playing together. You know, that continuity with the receiving core definitely plays big, especially with Jacob, doesn't it?
Yeah, and as the year goes on, and just from last year to this year, you look at film from last year, and receivers, for us, we look at it and think how much better we've got and almost how bad we were last year, and we had a pretty good offense last year as well. So it's good to see on film how much we've progressed from this year to last year. And, yeah, with Jake, it's probably been since third grade I've been playing with him, and so it's you look at him and you kind of know what he's thinking as well. It's just right with you. So it's good to be playing with a quarterback for that long and just know what to expect.
Especially in the passing game as well. Averaging 330 yards passing with Jacob. Also have an experienced wide receiving core and also an experienced offensive line to go with a running attack like you have with Robert Johnson. You know, I had to say a little bit of a letdown last week. I mean, you guys still won 36-14. But then again, when you come off a week that you scored 62 points and Jacob throws basically out of his shoes the entire game, it is a little bit of a letdown. But still at the same time, another solid win by your guys' team. You know, coming up this Saturday against Jamestown, you know, what have you guys been preparing for to go up against, you know, Jamestown's defense and also just setting your game plan for Saturday?
With Jamestown, we're stick to our game plan pretty much. Jamestown has they play with a lot of effort. So we're, you know, for me especially, my guy that I'm going to be blocking and basically having me the whole week he's just going hard all the time. He's 100% effort all the time. So I have to really work to cut him off on blocks. And offensively, they throw a lot of different coverages at us, so we just have to be ready to adjust and see maybe some of the blitzes they're bringing and stuff like that, and just adjust and play our game.
Preston, thanks again for coming on. You know, Coach's Corner, best of luck to you on Saturday and especially the rest of the way. You know, hopefully you're all healed up, you're ready to go. See you back out on the field.
Thank you.
Preston Nordling joining us for Coach's Corner live from Steakman's Sportsman Steakhouse. I swear I've said Steakman's at least a couple of times. We are now joined by the reigning Defensive Player of the Week from the North Star Athletic Association Conference, Mr. Cole Potter. Cole, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Cole, you know, last week you had a very strong effort. You know, you're also a leading tackler on the team as well. But I'm looking at the defense as a whole. You guys have definitely made some strides. You're improving week to week, especially bouncing back after that unfortunate loss down in Dort at Sioux Center. You guys fell 45-42. I hate bringing stuff up like that. But as a sports guy, I'm just a negative Nancy. I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time and right now as well. But definitely, what have you guys been working on, basically week to week to get better and improve, especially heading into the thick of the season, especially heading into conference play?
So there's always things to improve on, but coaches have really been making it a focus for everyone playing the ball. You gotta have 11 crazy dudes, out in the field. Everyone doing their job is the main thing, but we've just been really focused on everyone getting the ball because you never know when someone can cut back. You gotta have the guy there to take him down. So
absolutely, especially in the game against Waldorf, I saw your defensive, especially the defensive line, get a lot more pressure on the quarterback. Also been able to force a couple throws down the field, which also fell into the hands of Derek DeVries. He came out with 2 interceptions in that game. Is there a certain amount of instinct and also, a little bit of pressure put on the defensive line as well to get pressure on the quarterback to help, some of the defensive backs and the linebacking core to force those throws and maybe get some turnovers on that?
Of course. It always starts with us up front, trying to get as much pressure as we can every time, every play. We've got an older defensive crew up front, so the pressure's always on us to get the job done first.
Yes.
We don't ever want to become dependent on, secondary or, people in the box, linebackers and that stuff.
Yeah.
It starts with us. So.
Yeah, you being a senior on this team as well, being one of the leaders out on the defense as well. What are you saying to, some of your defensive guys, basically play by play, keep them in it, especially going into conference play, taking on Jamestown this Saturday?
I don't know, just trying to get their spirit high, trying to get the energy high. I'm always trying to pat myself on the back, tell them, let them know what they're doing good and when they're not doing good. So, just trying to get everyone prepared. It's conference play, everyone's ready to, break it open. So, been working hard for this. We've had the games previously, and that's just kind of to see where we are as a team. So it's exciting, and can't wait to start conference play.
Absolutely. Again, a 4 p.m. kickoff this Saturday, taking on Jamestown, your nationally ranked, number 24 ranked Dakota State University Trojans for homecoming, and also North Star Athletic Association conference opener this Saturday from Trojan Field at 4 p.m. We will bring you the Farmers Ag Center pregame show at 3:40 over on Jammin' Country 103. And Cole, thanks for coming on Coach's Corner. Preston, Coach Anderson as well, coming on, as this is the Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge live for Coach's Corner this evening. We'll take another break. When we come back, we will have our NFL Week 3 picks coming up right here on Dakota's Best.
Down.
Right here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
King Insurance Agency of Madison is your local trusted choice independent agency. See Brian King for your home, auto, farm, business, life, health, and Medicare insurance needs. Call or stop by King Insurance for peace of mind where you need it most. King Insurance of Madison, 427-0641, or stop by just across the street from the courthouse in Madison. King Insurance in Madison, 427-0641, proud to support the Madison Bulldogs.
As the seasons change, it's time to change up your fall wardrobe at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison. They have new fall merchandise arriving daily with name brands like Under Armour, Cool, Columbia, and more. And right now, when you buy any new fall item at regular price, you get the second item at 25% off. That's right, the second item at 25% off. And while you're checking out all the new fall fashions, check out the rack of tops for both men and women for just $15.97. Get your wardrobe ready for fall at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison.
Bob's Electric is celebrating 65 years of serving the Salem, Howard, and Madison areas with all your electrical needs. As a way of saying thank you to their friends, customers, and the community, they will be serving free walkie tacos on Friday, September 23rd from 11 to 2 or until gone. Bob's Electric's also giving away a trip to the Mall of America, including passes to Nickelodeon Universe, the aquarium, mini golf, and bowling. Bob's Electric serving all your wiring needs since 1951, whether farm, residential, or commercial.
The importance of insurance is to protect obligations in your life. Cundert Williams is the oldest independent insurance agency in Madison. Cundert Williams will protect your tomorrows with the company that offers the best coverage at the best price. Call Cundert Williams today for free, no-obligation price quotes and multi-policy discount. Service is our claim to fame.
Stop in at Cundert Williams Insurance at 122 West Center Street in Madison.
Back at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge live for Coach's Corner this evening as we continue to work our way through this 6 o'clock hour. We're going to step on over to where JJ is sitting. He's got some promos and some events that are going on in the Madison area. JJ, what do we have?
Yeah, we got the Madison Bulldog homecoming kickoff. Happened a couple of days ago. Let's focus on Friday. Of course, homecoming football game. Madison Bulldogs taking on the Vermilion. That game will be on right here, Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
Yes,
you can actually watch the game. We'll have video.
Yes, we'll have a live stream.
AmazingMadison.com. Saturday, there's the Tri-State Marching Band Festival in Laverne, Minnesota. So you got time to go check that out. Otherwise, also homecoming now in Rutland. The Oldham Ramona Rutland Raiders football team taking on Coleman Egan Hawks. The Bresky Crop Insurance providing a sirloin steak sandwich meal.
Ooh.
The proceeds will go to a free will offering, and they're going to help purchase shot clocks. Because I didn't know if you knew this, but for 2017-2018, shot clocks are now mandatory.
I saw that on that sheet there. I also knew that South Dakota played with shot clocks. Of course, me coming from Minnesota, we play halves, and in South Dakota you play quarters and shot clocks. So South Dakota is like, whoa,
yeah. So those shot clocks are mandatory now in 2017-2018 seasons. So to help Oldham Ramona Rutland in get their shot clocks, doing a fundraiser. So on the menu for the free will donations, a sirloin steak sandwich, beans, chips, and lemonade, and the meal starts at 5.
Okay, nice.
So also, let's talk about special cheer at Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge.
Please.
So tonight we got buckets of 5 aluminum bottles, 5 for $10. This is a deck special, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be on the deck. Also, all-you-can-eat shrimp for $11.95, 8-ounce filet mignon for $23.95. And then you guys are going to be open Saturday after the parade. So go to the parade, check that out, and then come here for some food. And then Friday specials for the Madison Bulldog homecoming game, 8-ounce sirloin or the Torsk or cod fillet fish for $12.95.
Torsk. It's a fish. I just learned that when I screwed up that last promo.
Does everybody know, is it a fishy fish?
Is it a fishy fish or is it just a fish?
Because, I mean, there's fish that taste like fish and there's fish that doesn't taste like fish. Do you know?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I'm not a big fish eater, so.
We'll figure it out another time as we make our way into our NFL Week 3 picks as myself, JJ, and we're also joined by Mike, who is a bartender here at Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge. He will be joining us for our NFL Week 3 picks, and hopefully we can make this a regular thing all the way up until Week 17 if you're game for it.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is how it works. Since we missed Week 1 and 2, we're both going to, all three of us, are going to start out 1-1, and we're going to go week by week by win-loss depending on our picks.
Okay.
And at the end of we'll just come back each week, say who won each week, what was the overall record of everybody. By the end of the season, we'll take overall win-loss, and then whoever comes out on top at the end is declared best picker of the three of us.
Me.
Setting the bar real high for himself. So let's just jump right into things. Week 3 kicks off tomorrow night. Houston at the New England Patriots. 7:25 kickoff on Thursday Night Football. JJ, since you're the master picker, why don't you go ahead and lead us off?
Well, I like Belichick.
Of course.
So I'm taking New England.
Okay.
He's going to make it happen.
Okay.
I'm taking New England.
Work with what you got.
Circle it for you guys right here.
It's official. Mike, what do you got?
I'm also going with New England.
Absolutely.
Even with their quarterback situation, it seems like
again,
Belichick.
Yeah.
Belichick. Do your job. That is all I have to say. I'm going with my boys in New England. I think Jacoby Kenobi is going to do it.
Really? You're going to make that a thing?
Well, actually, it was already a thing. I might even botch that. I think it's Obi-Wan Jacoby, now that I really think about it, seeing that meme I saw a couple of days. I'm taking New England. We're all taking New England to start off. We'll go a little bit of rapid fire here. Arizona at Buffalo. JJ, who do you got?
Cardinals.
Mike?
Cardinals.
Cardinals as well. I got the Cardinals as well. This is going to be a little interesting if we all have the same picks down the road, but we're going to keep on moving. We got Oakland at Tennessee. JJ.
Oakland, all the way.
I'm going with the Titans.
Ooh,
Really?
Titans
Yeah.
at home in
I
Nashville,
know.
Music City.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the immortal words of Al Davis, just win, baby. You got Blackjack Del Rio down there in Oakland. I got Oakland as well. You know, this is going to be an interesting game. You know, there's a few on here on this list. They're going to be interesting, but I got Oakland just barely coming out with a win. Next game, a little divisional matchup. We got the Washington Redskins going against the New York Giants. We have the renewal of the Josh Norman, Odell Beckham Jr. Feud there from last year. This time, Josh Norman in Redskins colors. We'll get to see this at least twice this year. JJ, who do you have in that matchup?
Well, I haven't picked yet.
You haven't picked
But
it
I
yet?
think I'm going to officially go with, do you like that, Kirk Cousins. I'm going to go with the Redskins.
Okay, Mike?
I'm going with the Giants.
Okay. I got the Giants, too. I don't really like...
guys.
I don't like...
You guys are wrong.
I hate to say this. I don't like Eli Manning. Straight up. I don't like him. Because
But you're going to pick him anyway?
I'm going to pick him anyway because
he wins?
Because Washington doesn't have much going on offensively.
They got Kirk Cousins.
They got Kirk Cousins. That's it.
That's all you need.
If he's going to run the ball every time, maybe. But after a while, that gets kind of old. I got
Does it get old for Cam Newton? No.
No, it doesn't, because he's built like that. He's built like a linebacker playing at a free safety spot that's designed as a quarterback.
Whatever, dude. So all you got to do is win.
So I got New York on that one. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Browns, those lovable Browns. And
who started for their quarterback this week?
They got Cody Kessler, rookie out of USC, starting this week, third stringer 2 weeks ago. And we also have Miami Dolphins as well. Cleveland versus Miami, JJ.
I got the Dolphins.
Got Dolphins? Dolphins. I had to do a clean sweep on it as well. They got the Dolphins down in Miami with the victory as well. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jacksonville, 12 p.m. kickoff. JJ?
I like Blake Bortles. I got Jacksonville.
I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one.
I got to go with Ravens, too. Blake Bortles has just been throwing the ball everywhere, and he's been throwing it to the defense. If that was the point of the
Green Bay game, that's going to happen again, but he's going to come out on top with the W.
He had like 4 turnovers in that game, and he had 4 turnovers the next week.
He almost won.
Against Green Bay, too. That should have been a blowout, and they almost won that game.
That's what I'm
Even
saying.
with 4 turnovers.
Jacksonville's going to win.
Crazy. But I got to go Baltimore on this one with Joe Flacco. I don't know why. I mean, he's struggled early on in this season, but I got to go Baltimore in this one. Next game, a little NFC North, the old black and blue division. We got the Detroit Lions at Lambeau taking on Green Bay. JJ, who do you got?
I got Green Bay.
Green Bay? Mike?
Green Bay.
I'm going upset on this one.
Really?
Matt Stafford on the road.
I was debating about this.
Against Green Bay. I'm pretty sure last year Detroit beat Green Bay both times, at least once.
It was at least once.
It was at least once. It wasn't at Detroit because that was the first Hail Mary of that season for the Packers, unfortunately. But I'm going to go Detroit because Detroit always gives Green Bay a little bit of a thorn in the side when they play them at Lambeau as well. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. This one was a hard pick for me, but JJ,
I instantly went to the Broncos.
Okay. Mike, who do you have?
It was tough, but I went with the Broncos as well.
Yeah, I went with the Broncos too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati comes out with a win. But at the same time, that defense of Denver, Von Miller, the guy is very good. We're gonna save the last pick. We're gonna save the Vikings Panthers pick just because it's the Vikings. So our next pick, we're gonna go the LA Rams versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one was also a tough one for me in my mind. JJ, who do you have?
I got the Rams.
Okay. Mike, who do you got?
I got the Rams as well.
Got the Rams. For some reason, I wanted to go with Tampa Bay in this game. I don't know why, but LA has yet to score a touchdown since moving back to Los Angeles. That's why I went with Tampa Bay as well. I hate to say it, but my boy Case Keenum, Keenum's Keepers, hashtag it, hashtag Keenum's Keepers, I don't think they get the win this week.
Keep him on the bench.
Yeah, keep him on the bench. Start Jared Goff. You drafted him number 1 overall for a reason. So I'm going with Tampa Bay in this game. We got to find a little differentiation somewhere along here. So our next pick, an NFC West matchup, the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. JJ.
To me, this is the upset game.
Okay.
I got the 49ers.
with a little bit of Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah,
no
I like that
problems.
matchup.
I like that. It's a solid pick right there. Mike, who do you got?
I got the 49ers.
Got 49ers? I went Seattle. I don't know why. I just did. It was the first thing I did was just highlighted Seattle at home. Russell Wilson struggling a little bit. He came up gimpy in that last game as well, or week 1 actually, that first game at home. But I went Seattle in this one. I think they find a way to right the ship, even with my other boy, Blaine Gabbert, Mr. Hashtag No Flow, No Problem. I went Seattle in this game.
Do you stay up late at night coming up with these hashtags?
Yes, actually, I do. I got memes.
I believe that.
I created memes about
that.
it, too. I'll have to show them to you later. Next matchup, a very interesting one in my mind, a battle of some very questionable teams, New York Jets versus Kansas City Chiefs. JJ.
Chiefs, hands down.
Go Chiefs. Chiefs. I went Chiefs, too. Okay, I thought we'd maybe have a little bit of an argument, but also I got to go, Kansas City is this one. Alex Smith at home with Jeremy Maclin, that no-name receiving core. Also Sharkandrick West in the running game. I think the Chiefs get it done at home. San Diego at Indianapolis. Who do you got, JJ?
Man, I really wanted to pick the Colts. I really do.
Yeah.
But their offensive line is terrible.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm going with the Chargers.
Mike, who do you got?
I went with the Colts.
Okay.
I might upset them.
You think so? Even with that offensive line?
It's bad.
It's terrible.
I got San Diego in this one as well. I think Phillip Rivers plays angry this game because for some reason the first couple of weeks have just not gone his way.
I hope so. I got Rivers starting for my fantasy team.
That's kind of why you want
Yes, well,
San
yeah.
Diego. I just go with San Diego as well because Melvin Gordon is finally finding the end zone for some reason after last season. 242 rushes with 0 touchdowns in his rookie year. That's got to hurt. So he's gotten, I think, like 3 or 4 touchdowns the first 2 weeks, Melvin Gordon. I got San Diego on this one. The battle for the Keystone State. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles, the Battle of Pennsylvania. JJ, who do you got?
Big Ben cheeseburger. Or Roethlisberger. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Big
Close
Ben.
enough. Got Big Ben,
Big
and,
Ben.
and the steel curtain. I like it. Mike, who do you have?
I have the Steelers as well.
I got the Steelers as well. I think Philadelphia would give them a little bit of a challenge, but I think towards the end with that defense of Pittsburgh steps up. Also, just Big Ben Roethlisberger just finds ways to extend plays and also find his receivers down the field. Antonio Brown, I got the Steelers in that one. Chicago at Dallas is Sunday night game. Very interesting one, JJ.
Dallas all the way.
Dak attack?
No way you can go any other team.
Absolutely. Who do you got, Mike?
Dallas.
Well, got Dallas as well. I got Dallas as well. Clean sweep on that one. The Dak attack gets it done down in Jerryland over the very sad Teddies of the Chicago Bears. Monday night game, we'll go NFC South action, Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. JJ.
Saints
as well. All right, clean sweep. So final pick, the Minnesota Vikings on the road against the defending NFC champions. That is the Carolina Panthers. JJ.
I want to preface this by saying that, I'm a homer on this game.
Okay.
But there's also a legitimate reason.
Okay.
I think Minnesota's defense is going to shut down Cam Newton like Denver did in the Super Bowl last year.
Okay.
So I got the Vikings.
Okay. Mike, who do you got?
I agree with them. I think so. Minnesota's defense performed the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I could see that. I really wanted to go with the Vikings this one. But you got the
did.
ultimate X factor that is Cam Newton.
I don't think he's going to make a difference.
I don't know either. It could be a close one. I went Carolina in a nail biter. That's what I went with Carolina in this one. Again, this has been our NFL Week 3 picks. Mike, thanks for joining us. We'll definitely let you know how you did this week and also set you up for next week as well. Thanks for coming on, Coach Turner. Let's make this a regular thing.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, man.
It's been a very good first show here, JJ. A couple of bumps here and there, but I think it happens.
It's live radio.
It's live radio. Again, I just want to stress and thank the entire, everybody who came on, DSU head volleyball coach Amy Feenhoff, Madison Bulldogs tennis coach Rob Graham, along with DSU football head coach Josh Anderson, Preston Nordling, and Cole Potter for coming on, JJ. Solid job once again.
Thank you.
Today. As always,
you too.
Thank you. I tried. I made a couple of mistakes. Thanks to Mike for coming out and doing our Week 3 picks, also for getting us a nice couple of cold waters as well. Again, we'll be back next week, same time, same place from Sportsman's Steakhouse and Lounge. We'll also have a couple new guests. For sure, we'll have Anthony Dreeland, head cross-country coach for Dakota State, also a Madison Bulldogs coach as well, I believe. trying to remember off the top of my head. We'll have the golf coach come out as well. Joy Leisinger, I believe. Not quite sure how you pronounce it, but I'm sure I will get about 30 phone calls and texts from people saying it's either or.
Oh,
but as
there
well,
goes your phone.
There goes
There
the
it
phone
goes.
right now. There it goes right there. Again, this has been Coach's Corner live from Sportsman Steakhouse and Grill. We'll be back same time, same place next Wednesday actually, here on Dakota's Best AM 1390.
Thanks for listening to Coach's Corner on Dakota's Best AM 1390 and at AmazingMadison.com. Coach's Corner has been brought to you by Sportsman Steakhouse and Lounge in Madison. Tune in next Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. for Coach's Corner on KJAM.